Hello. How's everybody doing tonight? Give us a minute to let people come in. Have everybody come in all not at once. Everybody take your time, single file lines. Everybody please, welcome. Welcome to my Manic Mondayz, the show where I, CJ Robles, come along and talk about movies and mental health. It's kind of my vlog, little interaction here and there. Today's a self-check, so just doing some updates. And hey, Amy, what's up? How's it going? Well, hello, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for the love, Amy. See a little heart there. I was jamming out right now because this is gonna be kind of a pop culture in a way episode, and I wanted to share what I have been listening to for the last few days. Let's see where I have everything. All right, I got everything loaded, so let's get started. So my Manic Mondayz is the movies and mental health. This is where movies and mental health meet with your host, CJ Robles. That is I. And if I haven't said that enough, four more times. Just kind of doing a weekly updates what I'm up to, how I handle situations in life, and just kind of open up more and more to what my show is and what the possibilities are. I do like that I've been able to learn from a lot of my guests and my colleagues here at the Indie Escape Network. So I want to give a shout out to the Indie Escape Network and all the shows that we have on here that we've been airing. I do want to give a shout out to Joe Ridgely, who killed it this weekend at Phantasm Con. He was in Orlando, Florida, representing. So we got a lot of footage of that coming up. He was hanging out with Nick Benson and Mick Strom. I wonder what they... I wonder how long they stayed out. Those guys are, like to party. But let's say. So I was just listening to this song right now. Not right now, but I've been listening to it for a minute. It's an 80s song. It's let's see. Here we go. I like the words to it. It's from Human League. It's called Human. And one of my favorite parts of this song is just the main chorus, the lyrics here. It says, I'm only human, of flesh and blood. I'm made human, born to make mistakes. And then it says, so many nights I longed to hold you. So many times I looked and saw your face. Nothing could change the way I feel. No one else could ever take your place. I'm only human, of flesh and blood. I'm made human, born to make mistakes. I'm just a human. Please forgive me. And as I've been listening to this song all week, actually, just like the last 4 or 5 days, it's really nice. It's really the words are nice. The beats are very harmonic. It's just I enjoy the lyrics to this word to the song. I know. Hey, thanks, Brandon. Man, Brandon's killing it lately. If y'all haven't been like keeping up with Brandon on IOU. On Friday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the Indie Escape Network, just go and hang out with him. Like, he already has his groove. He already has like the way he's figuring it out. He's already got it. Like, the shows just go smooth. It's already turning into the end of the night kind of style where I'm hoping we get more. Like he just know how to get more stuff out of his people, and that's why we're here. Great classic music in the track as well. An underrated song. Yeah, it's one of those. It's just I was listening to it. I was trying to zoning out or something, and I was listening to the words, and I was like, oh, you know what? I like that song. I remember I liked it when I was younger, and I hear it once in a while, and then I just YouTubed it, and then I was like, oh, I love this song. I also bought The Killers Hot Fuzz CD for $4.99 on Apple iTunes. I've been jamming out to that. I forgot how much I love that CD. Should talk about it. I'll bring it up in a little bit because The Killers, man, they were big for me in the 2000s when I was really hitting the depression really hard. The Killers were there for me. Good evening, CJ and everyone out there. Hey, what's up, Joe? That's the man right there, Joe Ridgely. He was at Phantasm, Orlando, Florida, doing the panels I don't think he did the panel anymore, but he just did the broadcasting. It was awesome. But like I said, this is what we're about. We're about the network of a bunch of hooligans that got together, and we're the convention guys, and we're just figuring it out, seeing how we're doing, and taking care of each other, checking up on each other, and so it's a great thing that we have. Just we're bouncing off ideas all the time. We're gonna have a meeting soon where we all just kind of hang out. That's fun. That's always a good time because we've already known each other for like we're going on a year and a half, like relations here, and it's pretty cool after you really start to get to know somebody. But It's fun. It's a fun thing to just kind of grow and see. Um, Man, I had a lot of things lined up I wanted to say, but just this show's just coming too. Let me show you what I had for dinner right now. Like I love that I cook. I'm cooking again, and I don't mind eating. I mean, I don't really like eating fast food. It's processed, but I like to cook a lot, and this is what I had tonight. Check this out. Bam. Yeah, you can smell this picture. You can taste it. It's literally just white rice with onions, and I put pork chop with veggies and a chicken broth and some grilled onions on top. Oh, this is amazing. It's got a nice little pepper taste to it. 'Cause I like to go heavy on the pepper with the pork. But this things like this, creating anything I can and cooking. I always see Scott Meany. Scott Meany's vegan, and he cooks like all these vegan dishes that are it's like, whoa, I didn't know you can do that. So if you ever get a chance and you see Scott making something on his posting about it, that's a vegan, and it looks like it has meat in it. Oh, I totally forgot. Did I not upload? Oh, I got a little announcement to do. Nothing big. Just I forgot that today is a cool day because it was 8/22/22. So I thought, yeah, that's just a 8/22/22. But then I forgot it was a bigger day that we have lined up today. But before I get to there, I did want to talk about where we at. All right, I hate that I've been doing this a little bit. So Bruce Lee, one of my favorite idols as a kid. Man, I don't know where to begin with this. I stumbled upon Bruce Lee when not like in the, let's see, for sure by junior high I already knew of Bruce Lee, but probably at the end of tail end of elementary, right when I was getting into junior high, because I think Dragon came out in '94. That makes about sense. Yeah, so I already had seen that. Yeah, so I just kind of picked. I seen the movies. I just didn't know who he was. This time when I was younger, I didn't know that actors, what do you call it? We're different people in different movies. They got different characters. I was just like, oh, this is another guy in this movie. But I just always like Bruce Lee. And then I love Jackie Chan as well. Jackie Chan is one of my favorite. Jet Li. If you get to watch Jackie Chan and the Drunken Master, that's awesome. I watched that one. I watched a lot of that stuff. Who's Brandon gonna get on his show? Cynthia Rock. I can't believe I butchered her name. Yeah, I've seen her movies a lot. Let's see, and then what was I gonna say? Yeah, no. So Bruce Lee to me, like once I started really get to understand him as I got older, just he's a showman. He's about health. He was about learning, growing, and what do you call it? I don't want to call it like I don't want to say the word like redistribution, but he really put it where like he was teaching other people's form of like martial arts, and when they were telling him not to, like the head of companies or the head of like certain cultures were telling him no, and he still went and did it. He died tragically. Just I guess just I'm kind of with the he was cursed. And I think that's what happened to him. He was a little too healthy, but other than that, he did do us a solid, and and it was a short-lived solid. But we had Brandon Lee too, so we had Rapid Fire and The Crow, and it's just what the possibilities could have been if we just got to see a little bit more Bruce, maybe in his 40s. That would have been cool, like late 40s. Hey Libby, happy Manic Monday. Yeah, it's Monday. Anyone that knows me well from a young age knows I'm a huge admirer of Bruce Lee. There's never been anyone like to drag it. I know he's so, I don't know, just inspirational, influential. I didn't understand what charm was. I just saw him as naturally being him. I didn't know that you had to actually like learn how to speak through the lens, how to speak through the film, how to actually like, as I'm getting better at understanding acting and filmmaking, and then as I'm growing in this show, because I'm definitely learning from all my people I interview, all my friends that are on my on the Indiescape network that come out. I definitely learn a lot. And I'm right now I'm at the end of my I guess my what I've been calling my BS stick, where I'm kind of like, all right, it's kind of full, can't BSing myself anymore. I think I've done enough of learning. And then one of the first things I guess the algorithm just knows what you're thinking, And I was looking, I was like, I need to put a Bruce Lee quote. He's always inspired me. And this is the one I found right. It was the first one that came out. Knowing is not enough. We must apply. Willing is not enough. We must do. And he's right. You can't just know if you're not applying, because that would mean failure. And a lot of people that I know, they don't, or I know for myself, I don't like failing. But it's a good. I've learned that you can grow from there, and failing's good. It just sucks when you're just going through it. It really sucks. Like, it's just kind of like getting the Band-Aid peeled off. It hurts, but it's only temporary. But you just got to keep going. And willing is not enough. I even misspelled enough. Like this, I'm telling you, I'm having a bad day today. I was kind of like, just get it over with. I got to go. Well, we must do. But it's like, I mean, this is a good error right here. Look at this. I misspelled something and I put it like, I can't be doing this anymore. I got to step it up. But I mean, willing is not enough. Just to have the will to show up. You gotta do stuff with it. And what do you call it? I think this is what I'm learning. But I mean, just look at the photos here. He's got the yellow suit on, and then he's flexing, and then just him like hanging out kind of photo where he was always like very flamboyant and showing off. Also a huge admirer of his early films of Jackie Chan, Jet Li, Sammo Hung, Cynthia Rothrock, there we go, Donnie Yen, oh hell yeah, the man, Michelle Yeoh, Mark Dacascos, and many martial art films. I gotta say, Brandon, on IOU, you've brought up Mark Dacascos a lot, man, and you're right, that guy does not get enough like credit, or he does not get enough like, I guess just like shout outs, because dude, Only the Strong, when I saw that was one of the more key essential movies I saw as a child that let me know about teamwork, that let me know about learning something, that taking something that does, like just what Bruce Lee did, taking something that was from like another, I guess, area or culture, or just and bring it into like America or their portion, their new part, and bringing them something new. So I always like Only the Strong. That was it's such a, if you just do it's a capoeira, the banana way. That's like I think it's 92. I think this movie came out in 92. But man, it's got such a great like power, just messages to it. I'm looking it up right now on IMDb. Let's see, it's such a great movie. Yeah, 1993. See, yeah, so I'm in third grade. And let me show you this movie. This movie was freaking awesome. I might have to watch it soon. Let's see, I got a comment here. It's probably Brandon. There we go. Dacascos has many great fight flicks like Drive, Crying Freeman. Yes, the Brotherhood of the Wolf, to name. Yeah, that one, because it was based off a comic book or a video game. I can't remember one of those, but I remember knowing a little bit of it before I saw it, and I was just like, oh, he's gonna kill it in the role. And he plays like the strong silent type in that one, which I freaking like. He's like awesome at. But I want to share. Let me share something real quick with Only the Strong, because it was, I think like one of like the first movies where I was like, dude, this is awesome, because I had already started playing sports, the good old sports ball, and then I think that movie kind of really showed me like how to teamwork. And then Sunset Park was the other one. It's actual basketball movie. Here we go. Only the Strong, 1993, PG-13, 1 hour 39 minutes, action drama. Ex-Special Forces soldier Luis Stevens returns to Miami to find his former high school overrun by drugs and violence. A master of Brazilian martial art, capoeira, Stevens pledges to straighten out a dozen of the school's worst students by teaching them this demanding and highly disciplined fighting style. Slowly, his program begins to work, giving also, this is like a really long synopsis here. It's like the tagline. Wow, this is the whole tagline there, but I just want to talk about it real quick. Just maybe let's look at the movie poster. So this is director Sheldon Elitich, writer as well, and then Luis Esteban. Stars Mark Dacascos, Stacey Travis, and Jeffrey Lewis. This is like, I remember this also because I would rent this one from, I rented this movie before I saw it saw it again like on HBO. I rented this movie from probably Hollywood Video. This was Video Central. No, I get this one from Video Central. The music brings them power, the knowledge brings them strength, the spirit brings them together. Like honestly, this is one of the coolest things about life too, because when I got older, one of my favorite roommates I lived with was in Rana, and he was going to UT, and I was just bumming around, and I was got to see him go to all these classes, and I think he did kind of what I did, where he got all like the main classes done first, and then he had like just 2 whole semesters of electives, and he had to go through all those electives. Oh, this is my little guy. He had to go through all the electives to graduate. So I saw him taking all this, and he was taking capoeira, and he would kind of show me some things. And I was like, hey, this is like Only the Strong. And yeah, just something like, I mean, this was like 14 years ago. I wish I would have learned to practice it, because it's such a cool, like, breakdancing almost in a way, like fighting. If you ever played Tekken, he was Eddie. Eddie, like, that was like the cool, like, I mean, he was hard to use, but once you learn how to use Eddie, he was just flares and windmills and knocking everybody. But look, he looks nice. He looks good. Kind of looks like, wait, is that, can I pull that off? Can I kind of look alike? We look a little, just add muscles, add a really, better smile, and I can do it. I love this movie. This is kind of like the Buttercream Gang, the one I always talk about, that kind of movie. And, just good stories. It was such a great story. I highly recommend that. I gotta get the video club started again. I started Capoeira because of Only the Strong. Great old school flick. Yeah, dude, that's such a great flick. Dude, yeah, just was it Double Dragon, Charlie? Yeah, dude, Double Dragon. All right, Joe, who was his famous star at the time that without Google searching? Who was Mark Dacascos' star from Double Dragon? And he was on a hit Fox show at the time. Yeah, we'll bring it up real quick. But man, I remember, oh dude, I saw Double Dragon last year, man. It did not age really well, but did not age bad. It's a pretty cool movie. So you got a new comment? Sorry, Scott Wolf. Yeah, what a pairing, man. What a pairing. Yeah, there you go, Joe. Scott Wolf. What a pairing. This was kind of like when I had my my guest last week, when I had Aaron Cheatham, and I talked about DMX mixing up with Cisco, and I was like, that's I saw out of nowhere, but that worked. But man, this one here, check this out. Let's go to share. We'll go tab. Look at this. Well, Double Dragon, 1994. Wow, literally a year later. PG-13, 1 hour, 36 minutes. Action, adventure, comedy. Emphasis on the comedy. Two brothers of half of powerful ancient Chinese talisman. An evil gang leader has the other half and determines to get the brothers half. Oh, a talisman. Half and have a complete medallion so he can gain absolute power. Director James Yuke. Yeah, I'm sorry. Writers Paul Dini, Neil Schusterman, and Michael Davis. Robert Patrick, Mark Dacascos, Scott Wolf. Robert Patrick. Excuse me. All this laughing got me choking. I forgot about that. She's in it too. Oh wow, yeah, she's pretty hardcore in that movie too. Alyssa Milano. Yeah, look, you guys are right back to back with the answers. Robert Patrick. Yeah, dude. Like, imagine. Damn, that's going like was T2 Robert Patrick's first, like, not as well. I know it wasn't his first movie, but it was his first big move flip. Let's see. Yeah, man. Let's see real quick. Was Robert Patrick? Was that? Man, look at the. Oh God, I gotta show the photo. We gotta show the photo of Robert Patrick on this. We gotta bring him on on one of the shows, man. But remember, look at this. I forgot how badass he looked. Right. Look at that. The blonde hair, or is that just blonde tips? There they are. All three of them. Only one of those could actually fight. Damn, the short blonde hair kind of looks very Tank Girlish. Oh, I remember this. Yeah, you know what? There was another badass in this movie. I forgot what was her name. Julia Nixon. Damn, remember she was a badass too in this movie. This movie, like, it didn't really age bad, but it didn't really age well. It's a good, I guess you can laugh at kind of thing. But it's a movie nonetheless. And I don't like laughing at movies that are like to make fun of them, but we do laugh at movies. Oh, by the way, I think it's time. I was gonna do my little announcement here. Let's get this going. Let's do. Just wanted to tell. Just want to tell one of our good old Indie Escape alum. Because it's not just, Nice. I have the music playing. Sorry. Might as well turn this music off because I can't hear. Hold on. Sorry. Bad idea. So I wanted to say, it's not just 822. It's not just. Hold on. Joe originally did. Robert Patrick stopped, collaborated, listened the movie straight up with the Super Mario Brothers. Oh man, that's gotta be. Oh my god, video game movies. And John Carpenter's Mission to Mars. I honestly think that's how Resident Evil should have been shot. That's how Resident Evil should have been made. It should have been made like this. It should have been made like from the character's point of view in a way, because they all go through different little things, and I always thought that was it. Should have told that to John Carpenter when I spoke to him. I shouldn't have fanboyed out, but it's John Carpenter. But guess what? I might be able to redeem myself. All right, so like I was saying, 822, don't forget to celebrate, because it's not just 822, it's also Terry's birthday. Happy birthday, Terry. Terry turns. Today's his birthday. I don't know how old Terry is, but happy birthday, Terry. You guys know Terry. We all know good old Terry. It's his birthday today. Harlow's Haunt Terry. So I wanted to wish him a happy birthday. A little shout out there. So yeah, you see Terry. Tell me everybody from the Indie Escape Network says happy birthday. So yeah, we got Harlow's Haunt coming out soon. And the reason I'm bringing that up because it's Terry's birthday, but also he's the filmmaker, the writer, the creator, and we also I'm kind of collabing a little bit because I want to talk about not just the Crowd the Fun show we've been kind of working with. I do want to talk about that. I am also, if you did notice on the flyer, I want to talk about being an associate producer for The Evil 3 and also Killer Campout 2. So, because I wanted to give a shout out to CJ, not the other one, CJ Vecchio, who is killing it right now with his Indiegogo. Let's check out where he's at right now. You know what? I should have told him I was giving a shout out. I should have told him he could have kind of stopped by. But let's see real quick, because his Indiegogo campaign is done, but he did really well. I wish we would have been able to get him on, but I think just I had a lot. Like I said, I just things. But yeah, The Evil 3. I'm an associate producer on this. I think he's still going for the stretch goal 20K, but he's already at 18,191,000. That's pretty awesome. Like that he's moving his campaign around. Like he's got the stretch goal. They might get close to it. I actually got two things from this campaign. I got this and I got the video shout out. So look, The Evil 3. That's right. So this is what I want to talk about. He's been, as an associate producer, he brings us along on the journey, and he shows us a lot of stuff that's going on behind the scenes. But also, he tells like we're interactive. They want to know certain things. Like I think he's done such a great job. I don't want to give away a lot of his stuff, what he's doing, but like if he, I don't know. I should ask him just because I think it's doing an awesome job. But he's wants a lot of input. So I'll ask, like right here, you see first, second, and third, and I'm assuming it's because I got to see who was voting, because in The Evil 3, it's maybe I should just let the video do the talking. I don't know. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't know. Joe, can I do that? Can I play this on? It's a YouTube video on Indiegogo. I don't want to get shut down, but I don't know if I can do that or not. But I wanted to. The Evil 3 is basically it's 3 of the big horror icon slashers, and all of them that are quiet at that. Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, and Leatherface. And they somehow all meet in this one fan film movie. It's a fan flick. This is what I think it's awesome. Here you go. The Evil 3 is a feature-length fan film starring the most iconic horror film franchise villains in history, Jason, Michael, and Leatherface. So pretty much what I said. So right now they're doing like castings, and he's always on set talking about what they're up to. And here's a synopsis. Smith Grove Sanitarium is closing due to federal and state budget cuts, and they must transfer the last and most dangerous 3 temporarily to the Livingston County Jail just outside of Houghtonfield. That's from Michael Myers, I believe. Illinois, as the inmate bus only has miles left to travel. Let's just say things go really bad as the 3 escape and are on the run. A quiet neighborhood has no idea that evil is coming. Oh, that's see, he's getting involved. He's always on social media pumping his movie. Like I think it's a great job what he's doing, and it's a fan film. So he's got to get his budget, and that's it. And I also got here we go. I got this one on set. I think that's me right there. Claimed. It says on set live video call. Get this one-on-one live video call from On Set The Evil 3. CJ Vicio with cast and crew will call you from location for a 5-minute chat. Call will be scheduled with 1 hour window. Cast and crew subject to change, subject to rules. Included as social media thanks and a video call from the cast. I'm looking forward to that. I think that's going to be cool. If there's any way I can save that, that'd be awesome. But that's a cool little perk that you get to be part of when you're doing it. I mean, it's not, I don't think enough to break the bank. And I missed 2 cons that I saved up for. So this is kind of where I have it's not like I make a lot of money. It's just I had extra money and I was like, I really want to be part of something. If I can't make my own films, I'm going to learn how to do it still. Like if I'm having trouble producing mine, so I'm learning, I'll go and help someone else out and learn from them too. Cause I wasn't expecting all the stuff that he brings with this, and it's been awesome. It's been a great ride so far, and it's barely getting started. So I'm looking forward to a lot of this being part of it and seeing how he shares it and where he goes with this. Cause this is like I'm seeing what it takes to really like grab your movie by the horns and just go with it. And I'm really really impressed. So that's one of the movies right here, The Evil 3. When evil escapes, no one is safe. That's awesome. Look, this is a very creative movie. So this got me to start looking around at other things and other movies that I was like, okay, well, we have these movies. Why not? Did you get the perk for 100? No, I got it for 30. Yeah, no, I got for the $30. Yeah. Some I don't know. See, I'm trying to figure out for Crowd the Fun. I'm trying to figure out I just noticed something. I'm sorry, this is bothering me. Sorry, it's my my important photo. I didn't realize it turned over. This is my when I hung out with David and Amanda. I'll put that up better. But for that one, yeah, I got the 30. It was just $30. I wasn't gonna. I don't know about the 100. I don't think I had the 100. I saw that it was 30, so I got it. And also, Amy's been doing a good job with doing promotions and marketing for the movie as well. Shout out to Amy. What was I gonna say? All right, comments. But I mean, it's been cool. Like he's literally doing like being a fan and a filmmaker at the same time, but I think it's pretty dope. So that being said, that led me up to like kind of following other movies and other things. I was like, if I can find another one, I'll do it. And I happened to find another movie, and I was like, you know what? There's a perk here as well, so why not get it? And the movie, I think, is right up my alley. I kind of missed all the they didn't really have any like acting in anything like that, but anything I could put myself in or something, I'll try. But this one had it, so this one was just a straight up what do you call it, like associate producer. Killer Campout 2. What did it say? Welcome to, I can't read what that says, sorry. So let's see. It says, welcome to Camp Phoenix. You won't be coming home. Ah. So this is another movie I found. And it had the discount as well. So I did let's just share it. I did the perk as well. And where are we at? Where did I have this thing? Here we go. So here's and this one just ended not too long ago. And they hit their mark as well. So as I'm probably going to try to reach to Brad Twig here and see if I could get some information on this. Because I am a associate producer of the Killer Campout series. Because this is the second one. There is a first one out. And but since I got the I believe I got the perk, I get both of them. But this is so cool, as you build your Indiegogo and for your movies and your fans and everybody get to follow along. I mean, you never know where this movie can go 10 years from now, 15 years from now. But look at this. This is the trailer or the poster. Yeah. So in return, your contributions we are offering awesome perks like executive and associate producer credits, signed Blu-rays and DVDs, T-shirts, signed posters, and special thanks credits. So the normal like Indiegogo perks. But I just got this one last week because I think it just ended. So it's got this 80s slasher vibe to it. Hopefully I won't get I won't get turned down because I do want to like. And this is like the main killer, but I want to play the video because it's pretty cool. Hopefully I just play it for a little bit and let's see what happens. Let's see. All right, let's do this.
Welcome to Camp Phoenix, where lost souls are saved and warm roasted wieners await you. There's always a friendly smile and a new friend waiting with open arms. You can sing, you can play, you can relax, but beware. There's an evil lurking within the woods, a sadistic, bloodthirsty abomination, long thought, dead and buried. It's alive, it's watching, it's waiting. It's hungry for your flesh. It welcomes you to Camp Phoenix. Enjoy your stay. You won't be coming home. Killer Camp Out Part 2, coming soon.
This one. There we go. What y'all think? That's a movie I am helping produce or just helping out. It seems like it's got the 80s cheesy flick down to it. I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. Cool concept too. Because I did like the other, I can't remember the movie. I gotta rewatch it. It was from the 1950s remake, or not remake. It was just like a modernized version of it. And not to forget that we did have a Crowd the Fun episode. Unfortunately, Gabe couldn't make it last week, or 2 weeks ago. But it was for El Chupacabra, and that one is still open. So if anybody's interested in helping out the good old team here for El Chupacabra, let's see. Let's go over it real quick. I think I'm gonna try to see what I can see what perk here I like. I found that I like, but it's really expensive. But remember, this is still open. We got 14, so 2 weeks left. They've hit 6,000 of their 20,000 goals, so at 30%, and we can give them a little bit more love out there. This is gonna be a Texas-based film. Let's make this weird. Laugh your ass off. Austin Powers meets The Thing. Monster thriller comedy. This is what seems like right up my alley. Look, here you go. Shaun of the Dead, Tucker and Dale versus Evil, Zombieland, Werewolf Within, Werewolves. I have not seen that one yet. Is it any good? You guys let me know. Wayne's World, Napoleon Dynamite, and Raising Arizona, all mixed. That's got to be great. IMDb credit and thank you. Look at that. So we do. Rob Mabry is had on the show. Him with Sam Pierce. The star of the movie. So we're this Indiegogo is still going on. So if anybody's interested, please give it a follow or see what you like. I'm getting more comfortable with my filmmaking. I'm getting more comfortable with being more on like my own things. I'm liking seeing other people's like progress and work and how they're doing it, so I can learn. But that being said, wow, we hit 35 minutes. Wow. What was I want to talk about? I had a few more things I wanted to talk about. Probably round it out about 15 minutes. But I got a little video I got to share because I got to segue into a topic that it's going to be kind of me versus them. But I used to be part of them for a very long time. But they've always been a big thing. But my Manic Mondayz is on Monday night. And then starting like in 3 weeks maybe, they're going to have Monday Night Football. I'm going to have to beat these guys out. So we're going to have to grow this channel, grow this network. We're going to have to really get everybody tuned off. But that being said, I have a fantasy football team. And I wanted to share some of my picks. But I also wanted to share that this weekend I had a great time at Jump USA. It's a big place. It's a place. I've been going to like birthday parties every Saturday. Every Saturday I go to a different birthday party. It's been fun. It's exhausting. I like it because apparently not all dads like to run around and kids just like to run. So yeah, I get the workouts in. But there was a game there that I kind of didn't fall in love with, but I was like, oh, I missed this game. And it was like, how they have the basketball hoops where you shoot and you can see how many you make in like a minute or two. This one was the football version, and I wanted to be Johnny Quarterback. So let's check out this little thing I did.
The high score was 200 before I started. It is now 370. I'm going to beat my old record because I'm just a starter. Let's do this. So I might be a starter. So yeah, I got 350s last time, so I got none this time. Try it again. better, but not much. I hit 450s at the end, so that was what helped me. 69, dude. All right, I'll take it. I'm going home $5 later.
It was actually like, I think it was like $6-7. But that was that was fun. I was just kind of having fun throwing the football because the next day, which was yesterday, had my fantasy football picks. I went with this crazy Frankenstein team I patched together. Let's see, any picks here that stick out to anybody? I was the 12th pick on the 12th league, on the 12 team league, and I went no running backs because this is a receiver heavy league. And I basically they took quarterbacks in the first 2 rounds. It was like I had to get a quarterback, so I just took the 2-time MVP, the bad boy himself, Aaron Rodgers. But this is a receivers league, so they're very very friendly. The points generous to the receivers. But I got the number 1 kicker and the number 1 defense, so I'm happy about that. And this is and what I'm bringing in with this all fantasy football, fantasy everything, fantasy this, fantasy realms is we get to have fun. We get to enjoy the sport itself. Even though I'm kind of more I'm drifting away from professional sports, but I still use them like like stock numbers and stuff. But just follow fantasy points. But I really enjoyed just kind of the whole like getting together. Yesterday the draft was fun. We just all got together and just like hung out online and just drafted players and a lot of people I grew up with, a lot of people that like my hometown friends, and we're still hanging out, still the same guys. So I think it was really cool to like kind of still have this. I think it's like year 3 or year 4 of this league. I've been doing this for a while now. I didn't realize that time kind of just keeps catching up to you as you still do things. So like I want to show consistency in a lot of the stuff so as I can, and working a schedule out and working out how I'm going to get to where I'm going to be and setting goals and meeting what I need to do. Sharing this with everybody is because I'm really focusing on just getting this show up and running a little bit more flair, because I'm starting to get the time, starting to get more free time, but I want the show to be where it can be. And I do have a guest next week. It's somebody I met at the Horror Fans for Healing. I met what I would call a film buff, so I'm gonna have them on the show. It's you can follow them on IG. It's 70s horror movies. I'm gonna have Mark from 70s horror movies on next week, and knows a lot of. I see his posts, and he knows a lot about 70s movies. I have a hard time like remembering movies before my birth, before my time. It's really hard for me to remember like it's so weird. I don't understand. Like, unless it was like in the 20s, 30s, 40s, like it's that popped out, like Reefer Madness or something. But it's really hard for me to remember movies before 84, around like in the 80s. I was just, for some reason, like I have a hard time. But as I'm getting older, I'm watching them fresh so I can remember them. But it's kind of hard. I'm always like ballparking the years they were made, who was with them, who was in them, and so I thought I'd bring them on and we can talk for our passion for movies. And I hope next week is an educational course for me to kind of learn about movies prior to my time and where they've gone. And he posts all the time some great posts about just horror movies, and it's something cool to like look back on and be like, did somebody taking their time to not let the classics not be unheard of, because a lot of these stuff are foundation movies. So I think that would help out a lot of independent filmmakers, a lot of independent people, or just anybody that's new to filmmaking or film viewing, But I'm gonna see if I can see what I can buff up on some 70 movies. There's a bunch of independent movies that I'm barely finding out about, and I think it's kind of like, I wonder the equivalency would be today would be like a YouTube channel that's really good but that doesn't get that many views. Or it's like where we're going. I was on End of the Night, they said they're gonna be gone for 2 weeks, but slowly now it's just, I think this Sunday was just, we just went by so fast. My time goes by so fast. But we were talking about Prey, David and I was like, I love Prey. It's such a good movie. It was well thought out. I think everything from like the production, the design, the acting, just everything was good about that movie. But I was wondering about the DVD sales or whatnot, and they say a lot of those movies that stream, they're not going to have them on DVDs, and I did make a joke about like I'll bootleg them and sell them out of the car washes. But now that I think about it, if that would be the only way we could save movies, or I could only like get classics, I'll do that. It doesn't bother me none, because I think a lot of these stories, and also we don't want to repeat the same stories, right? We don't want to redo the same exact movies, do we? Like I just saw a preview for Quantum Leap. Could we not just give it a different name, because it looks like it's the same show, just typecast for pleasing people? So I don't know. I didn't even see it. I just saw it and I was like, oh, I see, it's the same show. I wish it would have been named different, and I would have watched it and been like, oh, this is Quantum Leap. Like, but hey, does anybody remember that show? I do. Scott Bakula. But I think that being said, I'm looking forward to next week's episode with our guest, and we're gonna have he was there at do I have the photo here? No, I don't. He was at he went to Kingsland, so got to hang out with him for a little bit. It was a fun event, and it was cool just to kind of meet people and meeting somebody with an IG page that has like is dedicated to just horror movies from the 70s. That's some dedication there. And then the fact that if you go to his page, he'll have like a little playlist of movies that are just there. I'm like, oh great, he has a whole slew of movies I can pick that we can talk about, because there's time in between now and next week, and we'll see. I'm trying to get let's see if we can clean up and organize this show a little bit more. But let's see. Well, I'm already at 42. I'm with 45 minutes for an episode today, because I still got my master. I got my master working on so I got a story stuck in my head. I've been trying to write these movies and for some reason I keep writing this comic book that I've been, I guess. So what happened was, long story short, I lost my journal like maybe 3 or 4 months ago, and my bullet journal, I wrote all my things in, all my ideas, and I had about 2 or 3 pages left, and somehow I had a day where everything was just boom, 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 and I dropped it, I lost it. I have not been admitting it that I lost it till now, because I was in denial. I was like, it's just lost. I mean, it's just misplaced. I'll find it. And I've looked everywhere except these 2 places I haven't cleaned yet on purpose, just 'cause I don't want to know that I lost it. I don't know, for some reason it would just kind of like, it would hurt me more, but it has to move on. I have to get on, and I ended up talking to Scott Meany about it, and he just gave me some great advice like always, and that's what I love about the network. We always have a friend not too far away, and he was just like, oh, don't worry about it. It's happened to me before. I even said like, dude, I tried to take a month off, and he's like, no, you're gonna need more time. It's a big piece of you, a big chunk. So as I was kind of processing everything, I just feel like I'm losing a bunch of time and on things I should be doing and working on and focusing on, and instead of doing other things, I just felt like I kind of lost my place a little bit, but also I need to be more organized in the fact that I can't be just leaving things around. Like, so that's why I have a master now. I have like a master file folder thing that I'm doing. But that being said, I've been writing, and I could write other things, but I have one of the stories that was in my book. Was like a comic book idea, a comic book story, and I basically had it done. It was just like all written out, just had to put it piece to piece, but it all stuck out. And Scott said, well, if you had anything that's worth like going back and remembering, it'll come back. And I could remember a few things from the book, but the main thing I got was this comic books idea. I can't get it out of my head, so I've just been writing it the last 2 or 3 days. I've been sitting down writing and getting it out, and I'm starting to get more traction on it, but it's in my head. I think it just needs to come out, and that's what I'm working on right now. Hopefully I'll have like a lot more done for next week, but what I started doing was just kind of doing like a little, I don't know, concept page. But I already wrote the beginning portion of the comic book that I like, the first, like, I guess few frames or whatnot, and just kind of going with what I want to, where I want it to come out, how I want it to be shown, and just kind of doing this is more like the skeleton of the story that I'm gonna build together. And I do like that I'm throwing it out here on my show, and I have the dates and everything. Just keep it all going and get it going and coming out, because not too long ago I had a guest, Jesse D'Angelo, and Jesse said on my show that he was going to start an idea. He had an idea for a story. He was going to write, do the illustrations, and have it out by October. And I think he's like way ahead of schedule, because it's like, I think he's already done with everything. Composite is what it's called. I'm looking forward to purchasing it. And I want to see it. I want to read it. And I want to see it, because I'm literally seeing him, because he does little posts here and there. and I'm literally following him as he's doing this, and I'm like, oh, I can use some of that advice or use some of the stuff, his techniques that he does, and kind of just doing that. I'm focusing on I'm not going any farther than this sheet right here until I have the illustrations out, because I don't want to get too lost. That's what I did in the other book. I write my little sections and I keep writing them, and then I kind of get a little too far ahead of myself. So as long as I have the ideas out and the section and everything I want, I'll be fine. But I want to flesh this out, because this is it's stuck in my head, and it's just like, it's kind of weird when I'm writing I guess what my feature I'm working on is more of a I guess it's just more of an artsy creative film, and the comic book is more of a sci-fi thing, and then somehow the artsy will have sci-fi elements in it, and I'm like, oh no, I don't want that, and all of a sudden I just start writing about the story of the comic book. I have a title, but I don't know if I want to say it yet, because I don't know if I want to hold on to that title. But I think as I'm starting to think about it, it's growing on me, because I've been thinking about it for a while. And yeah, this idea that I have for this story it just keeps looping in my head. So I'd wake up thinking about it, and then I'd go to sleep thinking about it, and I would just be like always thinking about it. So I just started writing it. It does get that pressure off. It does feel like that release, and I feel like I'm supposed. It's a weird thing, is I feel like I'm supposed to be doing this. I don't feel like I'm like, it's going easy for me. Like trying to write the movie is ecstatic. It's like I'm like, it's like I'm grinding, like I'm writing like this, like it doesn't want to. And then writing the comic book is like, ooh, I can put like 5 pencils in my fingers, and it's just coming out. And I think it's because I've written it before, and I already know where I want to go with it. And I think it's because I think I massaged in the other book so refined, and I think I know exactly where I'm going with this. I know what I want to do with it. But I did not lose all my stories, because I don't know why I did 2. This is why I lost it. I had a 2-book system. So this is my other book that I was strictly only trying to hold stories in. The other book was kind of like getting all the pieces, the ingredients for the story, and then this one was I was just kind of laying it down and getting it going. But one of my stories that I one of my movies I really want to do, I thought I lost in that book because it's almost complete. Where are you at? But I have it here. I'm happy that I was able to, that it was in this book. Wait, did I have it here? Let's see. No, I'm happy it's in this book, because this is the book that I needed that story. And I'm happy that's here, because there we go. Oh, my other movie that I know this is the one I'm going to have to share with Brandon E. Brooks. He's going to have to show me how to make this one. This one's called Mystic Sombrero. And it's a whodunit. We're going to figure out whodunit kind of story. But I got to reach out to Brandon on this one, because this one, I needed to shoot it. I have a certain style I want to shoot. Oh, I definitely got to reach out to Terry. Happy birthday, Terry. Happy birthday, Terry. It's Terry Jarrell's birthday. He's such a good guy, man. I think Terry's one of the coolest people I've met from online to real life. And he's really genuine. So I always got to give a shout out to Terry Jarrell's birthday, getting choked by Ed Neal, watching Randall Paris choke him. But yeah. That this idea with the story idea with that, but this other way I have, like I have my things just all together, so I just kind of need to figure out how to interlock them. It's kind of like you have all the puzzle pieces, you just gotta put them together. Like I already put them together, I just have like chunks that I'm missing, or like chunks that I'm figure out how to connect. But I'm happy that I'm opening about this, because I was kind of worried. I want to talk about it for a minute. I even have like a video that I was wanting to post, but I didn't. And I think it's helping me out kind of really, this whole show, this is what a vlog is. It's the whole figuring out what you need to do with what you got, and the whole manic depression thing with the Manic Mondayz kind of sounds cool, but it's an actual thing. So learning how to deal with it. And I think I'm just going to write this comic book, because I have like so many resources. And so when I was going to when I went to Colorado Springs, when I've gone to Belton, when I went to Rhode Island, for some reason, the best conversations, just this what I did for a Greater Austin Comic Con, didn't even expect this conversation. The best conversations that I had and the most knowledge I got out of everything was from the independent comic book writers, the comic book stories. I've always felt like comic books has always been like my gateway to things, and what I'm doing with this, I'm just a fan. I just buy comics because I like them, like stories. But now that I'm going in there and talking to certain illustrators, certain writers about their comic books, and seeing how they do it, and I'm like, whoa, I kind of do that technique. I kind of understand that technique. I kind of that's what I need to do. But I don't know. I guess the comic books because it's also a storyboard, and I like storyboarding my own scripts. So I'm like, well, I guess I'll just kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So I think that's where it all kind of came out from. I was having trouble kind of expressing a scene, and I started storyboarding it, and then I started going back and learning how to write it, and then I realized I was like, oh, this is kind of like a storyboard for the like an animation thing, and just put them together. But yeah, so I got I'm gonna focus on this project, and hopefully I guess I'm doing something else under the camera. I'll be recording something that I'll share with you next week. I'm recording under it because it has something to do with one of the greatest episodes we've had on the network and on IOU, Jeremy London. So let's see how we got a callback here. One of those shows. Something happened in that show, and that I need to take care of. So I'm working on that. I'm also working with Terry right now as well. So got some ideas we've got floating around. But I think this show's about right. I didn't realize I ranted a little bit. We're at 51 minutes already. I'm about to hit the whole hour. It's 11 o'clock where you're on the East Coast, 10 o'clock where I'm at. I think it's good. I think we can crash out now. Well, look at this. I got 5 things I gotta do before I can go to bed. That's what I'm learning. You gotta rely on yourself a lot. Yeah, I got 5 things I gotta send before I go to bed. But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. We'll be able to work on my episode for next week. Get my guests here, and we'll have a good time. And then we'll remember next week's episode is gonna be bring your thinking hats and bring your thirst for 70s horror knowledge, and see if we can see where we can go with this. Because one, I don't know anything that much as I should know about 70 horrors outside of the main movies. Halloween, Space Odyssey. What else is there? Man, see, the 70s really got me. Jaws. Ooh, what is it? Star Wars, obviously, but that's not horror. But yeah, see, I gotta kind of brush up on my set. I was always intimidated by 70s movies because they're always like a different style. You gotta kind of really go with the times and the limitations that they had, and we don't really have them these days. It's just kind of getting people to watch your movies, the issue these days. But all right, everybody, thank you for hanging out with me on my Manic Mondayz. I hope you kind of learned something tonight. If anything, how to find movies to produce or something on Indiegogo. The Exorcist. Yeah, see, you could easily go out. Thanks, Brandon. You could easily kind of just figure out these movies that are from the 70s that I'm like, oh, that's from the 70s. But I'm definitely an 80s guy. Like my meat is 80s and 90s. Would like to kind of get more into the more modern horror movies, and I think me as the one of the associate producers on Killer Camp Out too, I get to kind of see. I want to see what I get for as that kind of perk, but I don't mind sharing it, like because I think CJ's Vicio, I think he's killing it, and he's doing a really good job. Just doing like marketing, networking, getting his movie like shown, is gonna be seen. But I mean, he's showing us from the ground up, from like the beginning to end. And if anybody wants to follow a filmmaker, I'd totally say follow that guy, the other CJ, because he's doing it. And then we'll see where I go. I feel like I'm just gonna do a smash and grab job. We're just getting out of the way, and I could get this. But this comic book idea, it's like I can't stop thinking about it. I can't stop, like anything else I write, this pops out. Or I start thinking about my characters in this story, and it's calling me. It's asking. It's the same thing as I got started doing stand up. It's the same thing that I almost thought we weren't gonna have a show because it started raining like crazy, and I was having rolling blackouts. That's why I was like, it happened like at 3:00 till like right before we started. So, but what do you call it? That's what got me into the stand up. Do something that I wanted to do, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. And then this is the same thing with the comic book and stories like that. I just can't stop thinking about this comic book. And I mean, I have a lot of details in this, like everything from like the way the main character looks to the side characters to the villains to the environment, the story. Like I have so many details, and I have no idea where they're coming from or like why it's coming so easy for me for this comic book story that I've had in my head maybe 4 years, 5. I think it's pretty obvious when my son was born. I think that's kind of when the story started coming, but I don't know. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy that I've been waking up and just kind of writing about it. It's been little things that started like a few weeks ago, just little things I was writing about it because I was bummed out that I lost my book. I really like, I don't know. I'm just, it's lost. But if I happen to find it, okay, great. But I think now what I have like just like streaming my content, like my creation here for this comic book. I want to have a little bit more meat, but I do want to finish this first portion of it because I feel once I get this first portion out, everything else will fall in place. But I really do I like this idea, and I like where I'm going with it, and I can't wait to share it. But I do want to get it all peppered up and pretty before I start putting her out there. But all right, thank you everybody for my Manic Mondays. Thank you Joe Risley and Brandon E. Brooks, my network brothers, coming and hanging out with me. Yeah, don't forget to get their shows. Well, End of the Night won't be back till next weekend, but I believe Brandon has a show. Yes, he has a show this weekend. And last weekend he had Tim Millican, his really good friend, one of our network buddies. He's doing his own show now, and it was a great listen. It was a great thing to be around, and I like that Tim was he's a sports guy like myself, and is a baller kind of guy. He's way taller than me, so he's got the height for basketball. But it was pretty cool as he was telling stories. I was like very, very similar to my path. So I thought that was cool. It was great having you, Tim. And I also think I wouldn't have known Jesse without Tim. So thank you for that too. So we'll see what I do. We'll see what I come up with. I'm ready. Put me in, coach. I need minutes. I need to earn these minutes I got to put in. So, we'll see what we can do. But everybody, thank you for watching my Manic Mondays. I will be back next week with my guest, 70s horror movies, with Mark. Maybe I should say with Mark from 70s horror movies. That's his IG if you want to check him out, and you can see what movies he talks about. And I like the way he just posts the knowledgeable trivia there. But, all right, everybody, I'm gonna hang out. I'm gonna hang up. See y'all later. Peace.